You're listening to a Rock Candy podcast.
Hey Sugar, I'm Erica Michelle. I host a voice diary called Brown Sugar Diaries on the Rock Candy Network, where I spill all the tea about my dating experiences, life lessons, my journey to healing and wholeness, my life as an entrepreneur, student doctor, CEO of a nonprofit, and I give my opinion on the current happenings of the world. You see why I have this voice diary? I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Tune into Brown Sugar Diaries wherever you listen to podcasts, and let's sip on this tea or wine. Your cup, your business, Sugar, okay?
Hey everybody, it's Reese Roper, one of your hosts here at the Pickle and Boot Shop. Couple disclaimers for this week. First of all, we claim that we're doing listener questions. We don't do that at all. There's a good long period where I talk about how I stole my wife's fat-free sea salt chips. Not really sorry about that. Joe claims to have no square, which I don't recommend for anyone. And with the aforementioned chips, sometimes you can hear me chewing in the mic. You gotta forgive me because I hadn't eaten anything all day. This is the Pickle and Boot Shop. It's the worst podcast. That's why we call it a diabolical brainwashing machine.
Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joe and Reese, Pickle and Boot Shop. Pickle time is happening. Pickle time. I go down to get some pickles. With your grandma and your kids. I go downtown. With your grandma and your kids. Boot time. Pickle and boot time. Don't be fickle, get your pickle cider, pop a nickel in your boots. Not a place of ill repute. Bring your grandma and your kids. Come for the pickles, stay for the squids. Stay for the squids. Boots. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. Put that pickle in your pants. Get some boots inside your hands. 1996, we start this.
Weird.
Yeah, tingling.
So anyway, you guys, today we wanted to talk a little bit about, we wanted to answer questions from the listeners.
Also, you just sprang this on me about 3 minutes ago. I was
Exactly.
like,
That's
Yeah,
why I
but-
thought it would be best.
well, first of all, I was like, wait, we have a podcast together? Second, you told me you had come up with the concept of a pickle and boot shop. And then third, we're doing listener questions. And I had to
Yes.
process that all in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, you were like, wait a second, I do a what? I do a podcast.
What?
Yeah, no way. I sang for what band?
Who?
No way.
That makes no
Oh, hey.
sense. I can't remember lyrics. Why would
Right.
some band choose me as their singer?
As their singer. Hey, I just want to let you know and the listeners know that True Classic Tees, the wonderful shirt company, who we started talking about, who we got a partnership with,
They're back in our good graces.
they're back in our good graces. They had forgot to send us out our stuff for our partnership for some of our free shirts and hats and stuff like that. And they contacted me. Haley, their social media rep, got back to me. She apologized up and down. She was so sorry. She said that she dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And so True Classic Tees has sent, I got it in the mail today. They sent all of it to me. So I will then be sending you your shirts and a mesh trucker hat.
Oh,
Yeah. So again, True
Joe-
Classic Tees, we want to thank them for helping us out and coming aboard and partnering with us.
can I ask you a favor, Joe?
No.
Okay,
Absolutely,
never mind.
buddy. Absolutely, buddy.
Would you mind trying on my shirts just so they acquire some of your smell so I can put them on later and be like,
Yeah, my must. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll wear them on a date. I'll wear them on a fun time. With the I don't want to say a young lady. Let's say an old lady.
An old lady
An old lady.
hanging out with old ladies.
Yep. hanging out. I've been cruising the nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm vaccinated. Yes.
It's hot.
Yeah. So I got your shirts. They're right over here. It looks like you got a black one, a white one, and a gray one, and then a mesh trucker hat.
I'll throw the white one right in the trash.
Yeah.
I
And
don't wear colors. That's
yeah.
all the colors. I
Yeah.
won't do it. I
Yeah.
only wear black and gray. That's my problem.
yeah, no, pretty much. That's pretty much me too. So I got a cream one, an olive drab one, and a black one.
Oh, that's
So my buddy Dre, who does the Average Jerks with me, he took the olive drab one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give the cream one because I will never wear that. I'm going to give that one to somebody else at work.
I don't understand. Why would you wear a cream-colored shirt? To make it look like you're really bad at doing laundry?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Check it out, ladies. This is white. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's not, sweaty.
Yeah, look at I look
Anyway.
like an old document. That's what like cream looks like. Hi, I'm an old piece of parchment paper that was from the 1870s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
this
weird.
envelope that I have that's named after the capital of the Philippines.
Right.
Here you are, sir.
Right. That's about what it is. So
About it.
yeah, so you guys, I am telling you, even with them putting our partnership on a brief pause for a moment, Reese, you can chew in the mic because you can just
I'm
cut yourself
fine
out.
now.
You can just cut yourself out.
I forgot to eat dinner and now I'm eating the chips.
I know, but if it's all crunching, you can just edit your part out because you don't have to like bend over to eat chips. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you guys, I have basically replaced my entire shirt collection with True Classic Tees, T-shirts and polos. They got polos now. I have replaced pretty much everything I own with them, and I love them. So please check them out. And here's the thing. I'm not just saying that because they partnered with us. I bought them first and then was like, oh, it would be cool if we could do a partnership with them. And then I contacted them, and then we decided to do that. So I tried them first and loved them. And so you guys, you got to check it out. Please, whether you buy one shirt, whether you buy a 3-pack, whatever, I guarantee, I don't understand how it can't be the best T-shirt you've ever worn in your life. So my phone's over here beeping.
I'm withholding judgment since I've never worn one, and I only wear 3 T-shirts.
Right.
I have a CBGB T-shirt that my mom gave me for my birthday, and another one that says Black Lion Audio that they gave me free when I bought some sort of preamp from them, and then another one that says Vespa that I got off eBay.
And a Thrasher shirt.
Oh, I do have 4. My mom also gave me that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
I think you're really gonna like these. They are fantastic. I do
might
not
make it
understand.
to my 5th and 6th T-shirt.
Yeah, maybe.
True
And then
Classic Tees.
give the white one away to someone who you're like, hey, have you tried these shirts? Try this. Or you're gonna try and be like, dude, I don't want to give it away. It's a great shirt.
Well, sometimes when I have a job as a male nurse, I wear scrubs, and because I don't want to spend my whole day fighting off ladies, I wear an undershirt so it kind of stops that little V-neck from coming down.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be like, I don't want that any of the. So I wear a shirt underneath, and I could wear that white one.
There you go.
Hypothetically, if I had a job.
Yeah, hyperbole, you could wear it.
Cover that area, not cause people to stumble on their walk with Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the area slightly above your no-no square.
No, it could be part of my no square, except that I don't say no.
Yeah,
It's a yes place.
Yeah, I don't have
Let's just say a
any.
maybe.
I don't have any no-no areas.
Oh, geez, Joe.
0. My
I don't
no-no
feel-
square went out the door about 8 years ago.
That's against Levitical law, Joe.
Well, the Levites can take it up with me if they really feel if they really feel strong enough about that. If they really feel strong enough about arming me out of the Golden Gates, the pearly gates.
Any rabbis that are listening to Joe and Reese's Pickle and Boot Shop, a diabolical brainwashing machine, please write us. And we're going to prove today that we listened to you by answering listener questions, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's our agenda.
That is our agenda.
Yeah. Joe, all I've had today is booze,
Nice.
Coke Zero, and these potato chips. So I am amped up. That's also against the law. I don't think you're supposed to
get amped up.
Those things.
I think it says in the Bible, don't get amped up. This is what it says. I could be paraphrasing, but
Yeah. A proverb.
Yeah. So earlier on Thursdays is my day that I try and do podcasting. It's what we used to do. We used to do Thursdays, and then we got off, and then we tried to just do whatever day we could.
You mean by we, you mean your cool podcast?
No, this one too. Me and you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to do the average
twice in one day.
Yes.
How are you so funny?
I don't think I am. I think that's why.
Really You're good.
I think that's why we switched to a different day, because it was too much to do. But now we're kind of back. We have to do it. And I planned Thursdays as like, Thursdays are going to be podcasting days. So we're back to that because we kind of burned through our episodes that we have, what they call in the business, in the can.
Yeah. You
and your loved ones at home, listeners, putting something in the can might be different, but for us, it's an extra episode.
Also, we lost 1 week of putting something in the can by having to recreate a podcast that we thought was lost to time, but then I found.
Yeah.
Apparently, like the Zencaster did not download on your end, but then I was just like, it came through on mine. I wish I had told you that before we redid it, because the second one is way better. So I think we'll release that next week.
Okay.
Which will probably be like 2 weeks before this one comes out. And then as the bonus, we'll put the extra one. And then I got some extra bonus. Because this week
I got an idea as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So we could do listener questions right now for the freebie, and then the paid portion can be what we did from that second episode, what you could do for that. So tonight we don't have to be recording till 10 o'clock at night. We can answer questions, and then you could just use the bonus stuff.
Okay.
How does that sound? Does that sound all right?
That sounds great. Can you hear me chewing chips?
Yes. Yeah. I think it's okay. I think the listeners are okay with it.
I think
it's
the
not
best
chewing the chips. It's the hand in the bag rustling around.
Oh yeah.
That's what I hear the most.
Well, this brings me joy because these are the Kettle brand 40% less fat sea salt chips, which I don't care. I don't think eliminating fat from your diet helps at all. It's carbs. Like, don't eat chips. But for me, these are my wife's, who's divorcing me, and it brings me extra joy to know that I took her chips.
You nicked her chips. I like it. I like it.
You know who paid for them?
You're right. Exactly. The vast amounts that you have made over your 5-iron career. That's who paid for those chips.
That's who paid for them.
Yeah. So take that, wife. Boom.
That's right. Boom. Also,
go on. No. Go.
Well, what I was going to say is dumb, because you said about my hand rustling in there. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to segue into talking about people's names that are also verbs.
Oh.
Which is the dumbest thing you can talk about on a podcast.
Yeah, that's a very niche. I would think there would only be a handful of names. What would one be? Like Bob?
Skip. Bob. Russell.
Here's something that's horrible. Here's something that's horrible.
What?
I didn't realize this till I was older in life. I used to have a friend named Neil, and then he had a neighbor whose name was Robert, but he went by Bob. So I was always hanging out with Neil and Bob. And it's like growing up, like I would like tell adults and stuff like, yeah, like my buddy Neil, I would go over to Neil and Bob's, and I'm sure they were like, what in the world, Neil and Bob? Like, what are you talking about? So like as an adult, I hear that and I just think, some back alley fun is taking place.
Neil and Bob.
Neil and Bob your head.
Or if they're just wholesome people, they were like, does this guy only have friends whose names are also verbs?
Right. I think so. So you just named a ton more than I thought. So let's do it again. So Neil.
Unfortunate how much time I spend thinking about this show.
So what do we have? Neil, Bob, Pat, Skip.
Russell.
Russell. Best. That's the best one.
Well,
What else?
There's so many more, but I cannot think of them right now. Barb. Does Barb count?
No,
You can't barb someone.
No, you can't barb something.
Could you Barbara something?
No.
You can't. No.
What about Ashley? Here's something about the name Ashley. Have you ever met an Ashley that's not attractive?
Yeah, there's dudes named Ashley, and I'm not attracted to dudes.
Well, I'm going by just female. I don't know any dudes named Ashley. But
I have a cousin named Ashley.
really?
Yeah, and so when I think of Ashley, I'm like, oh, my cousin Ashley. And then I'm like, no. But we also call her Ashtray.
I just think if you name your daughter when she's born, you name her Ashley, guaranteed smoke show when she grows up. I don't know an Ashley that's not good looking.
A name that is not picked a lot, which I have no frame of reference if this is an attractive name or not, is Aruganilla.
Yes.
Is a lot.
No, not half as much as it should.
No. Like, you would think that would not be an attractive lady, but who knows? We have no frame of reference.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. How about we start the show and I ask you some listener questions?
Okay.
First off, actually, before we get into it, I know you're a big space guy. I know you love space.
You look like a nerd, Reese. Come on.
You look like an absolute freaking nerd. What do you think about the Jeff Bezos flying penis into space?
Somebody did a meme, and it was like Dr. Evil, when in Austin Powers when he takes off, and it's a penis.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
Yeah. Why do you think he built it like that? He had to know.
Had to.
Had to know.
Maybe the engineers were like, no, it looks like a penis. And he's like, well, how much money will this save? And he's like, well, it saves $1 billion. I don't care. Let it look like a penis. Or he was just like, yes, that is the shape I desire.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the biggest phallic craft that has ever skimmed across the galaxy.
Yeah, like when very feminist ladies, now I myself consider myself a feminist, but when ladies, and also a lady, when they're angry and yelling at me about things shaped like penises.
Yes.
I'm like, it's not my fault. It's an aerodynamic thing. Take it up with the Lord. That's why the penis is shaped like that, because it works. Okay? Yeah. I didn't design the Washington Monument. I didn't make rockets that shape, but it makes sense because they're trying to go into space aerodynamically. Also, my penis is trying to go into space aerodynamically.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
That space. And that space can be, up for debate as to what space that's trying to make it to.
Right.
Yeah. So would you, if Jeff Bezos was like, hey, would you go into space? Would you do it? Would you ride that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I wouldn't. There's no way.
I'd write it if it blew up on the launch pad. Just freaking go out, metal signs up in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
My kids would be like, "That was my dad," instead
Yeah.
of like, "Oh, who just fell down the stairs and dropped their Spider-Man glass again?"
Yeah. Spilled their tacos everywhere.
It's my dad.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather have them have a story like that for
Yeah. No, I
the
feel you.
ages.
I mean, I guess you're kind of right. I mean, I guess I was kind of selfish thinking, that I didn't want to die right away. But I mean, sure, I'm divorced twice. What do I have to live for? If I go out in a penis-shaped spaceship with Jeff Bezos and his brother and some 9-year-old woman named Wally.
And a
Wally
high
Funk.
school kid.
No, the high school kid didn't go. His dad called him in sick.
Oh my gosh, I would have. I can you imagine?
Yeah, the
You
dad.
got to go to space and your dad said no. I would murder
Yeah.
my dad every
Yeah,
day. I would
so
just be
his
like, Dad,
dad-
I hate you all the
his-
time for
yeah,
the rest
so
of my life.
His dad paid the highest bid in an auction, and they think it was like $28 million or $25 million.
Oh,
So
no. So the dad was supposed to go and then he couldn't go, so the son went.
No.
Oh, jeez.
So the dad paid in this auction for his son to go. So his son was going to be the youngest kid in space. And I guess like 48 or 72 hours before it went up, his dad made a deal with Jeff Bezos, and instead of paying like 25 million, he paid like 10 million and said, how about my son doesn't go on this one, but he goes on the next one. And so I guess his dad was like scared that, if it actually blew up, because it was like the first thing. So then the like second place guy went on it. So it wasn't the youngest kid in space and the oldest person in space. It was Jeff Bezos' brother, this person, and then that old lady. I think her name's Wally Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who I just want to hang out with a chick named Wally Funk who's
Seriously.
94 years old or something like that.
That's marriage material, Joe.
Oh, heck yeah, all day long. All day long, son. Yeah.
Okay, so number one, how spoiled do you have to be that your dad pays $25 million for you to be the youngest kid to go to space?
See,
But also, I'd be upset if I was that kid and my dad was like, "Nah, you can't go this time."
See, this is the thing. I'm thinking, how big of a nerd are you that your dad can afford $25 million for you to go into space because he knows that's what you're into? Like most rich, wealthy people, their kids are these like idiots that are out on yachts and, spending the weekend in Ibiza and all these different things. And this kid is like, oh, my dad is worth $1 billion and I like space and Glavin and I want to grow broccoli on the moon, Glavin, So, to be like a nerd and your dad's like pays for you to go into space because you're a nerd and he knows you'll love it. That's what I think is weird. But I think at the last minute they got cold feet and, the dad was like, I don't think I want my kid to die on the initial launch. What are you doing?
I had to put on slippers.
You're doing all sorts of like weird. At first, I thought you were throwing up, and then you're scooting all over the room in your chair.
I put on slippers because it's one of the things I enjoy in my life is wearing slippers. Sweatshirts. Have you ever just got a brand new sweatshirt?
Yeah.
This is like, so I don't have $25 million. I don't have $1 million. You know what I'd do with $1 million? I could do
Yeah, you do. You got that 5 iron money.
so much. We talked about this before. There is no 5 iron money.
Whatever.
There
You're
is
like
the
some old
Kickstarter.
pirate. You're like some old pirate who won't talk about your buried treasure because you're getting divorced, so you can't talk about it.
It'd be hidden, landlubbers.
My treasure is buried under this map.
What if you had a speech impediment and it made you sound like Long John Silver You know, you're just Gar.
Do you remember when
Over
Facebook
there.
first started? You could change the translation of Facebook, and one of them was
Yes.
pirate.
Yes.
That was kind of cool.
How much cooler was Facebook then?
Oh,
It was
tons.
just like competing with MySpace.
Yeah.
Now it's just like,
nowadays, if I just tell you like you're a moron, or like I go, you're a liberal moron, I get
Yeah.
like banned and kicked off.
yeah,
It's so weird.
it's so not cool.
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, it's not cool to call people names, but then
Yeah, it is.
sometimes it is.
It is cool to call people names. What are you talking about? This is 2021. You can call people names. In honor of Jeff Bezos going into space with Wally Funk, I have a question for you before we start the listener questions.
All right, hit me with it, young
And
man.
I want you to give a serious, like I want you to get a serious answer, a well thought out serious
Joe,
answer.
Joe, do I ever not give out serious, well thought out answers?
All the time. But I want you to I want to know why was the thought process behind Brave Saint Saturn space? Like what was the connection, and why were like your albums with Brave Saint Saturn written around the theme or the you know what I mean? Like the premise of space and astronauts and spaceships, and then these beautiful songs sung to
Oh
them.
man. So originally, I just like I started out writing stuff on acoustic guitar, and then like maybe my sophomore year in college, there was this Christian music store by our house, and the guys were Christian. It was like come and whatever they called it, Praise the Lord music store, and you'd go in, and I was like, this is cool. These guys are Christian. You know, it didn't feel as intimidating as going into the guitar shop and being like, I can't play guitar very good.
Yeah.
You know, like there's always somebody just shredding, and then about 8 people like, can I help you?
Yeah.
Should you be touching that? You're like,
Yeah. You can't afford that.
right. And so I'd go into this place, and they'd just be like, oh, you're in a band? This is so cool. You know, like you have long hair. And so they were super cool dudes. And I wanted to find out about programming things, and I wanted to know about like drum machines and stuff. This is what we were into. You know, like the band before Five Iron was industrial. And so I wanted to learn about this stuff. So these dudes gave me a keyboard at cost, and then it was this EMU Emax 2, which I still have. It was like one of
Nice.
the first sampling keyboards. It was like what Depeche Mode used. So I got it. At cost was $2,000. Like these guys were selling it for
Holy
like $4,000, and so I just was like, I'll just take out more student loans. So
Yeah, why not?
yeah, I just
Free
paid
money,
those
right?
off this spring. I just paid them off. Oh, is it hamster time?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be down in a second, honey. So, so I started learning how to program stuff. I bought like off of like the newspaper, like this old Korg sequencer from the 80s. And it was like this thing you had to draw out on like your notes and the parts you were going to do. You could play them or do like drum beats and stuff, but you usually had to draw it out on graph paper. Like I do rest, rest, kick, rest, 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 kick, kick, rest, rest, rest. And then you would figure it out like on paper, your 16 tracks, and do that. So, hey honey, I'm doing my podcast. Okay. Hamsters.
Hamsters, baby.
So at the same time, like we were kind of working on Five Iron, I was interested in this stuff. And Five Iron, you know, like we had Scott and Micah and Andy and then Dennis, and they're all really good songwriters. So I had to shuttle this into like my own thing. And it started out, I was like, I want to make a band. I think it'd be funny to call a band Astronaut. So I did. And then first, like I still have one of the shirts. It just says Astronaut, like in the NASA font. I was like, this is funny. And then it just kind of moved from that.
I would have, being stupid me, I would have spelled it like ASSPROKNOT, astronaut.
Yeah. No, I did not misspell it. I just thought it was funny to call it Astronaut because people would just be like, this is not what you should call a band.
Yeah.
Turns out there was another band called Astronaut in the 50s. So then I changed it. I was like, I like this. I like using space as a metaphor, like just writing songs about space, but making them be about loneliness or depression.
Yeah.
And so I just totally started gravitating towards it. And it was cool at the time to have a band name with 3 words. And so I was just like Saint Saturn. But then I was like, it's SS, which is still some mess. It was still hijacked by the Nazis. I don't want to get in that. So I was like BSS, Brave Saint Saturn. It's like double BS. It's still funny.
So that's how you came up with it?
Yeah,
Just putting that stuff together like that?
Right. It was just kind of this, I started out with the idea of naming it Astronaut, and then from that came up with just writing songs about space. And I loved how it felt. I loved that this is such a cool metaphor. And I also was super nerdy, so I loved space and I loved astronauts and I loved, like the movie The Right Stuff and just learning about the space program and like the Apollo program is so cool.
What's the best space movie ever? I'll tell you.
Like realistic space movie or science fiction?
Whatever.
Well, it's realistic.
Space Camp.
Yeah.
I loved Space Camp as a kid. Loved that movie.
I think my favorite's Apollo 13.
Yeah. All joking aside, definitely it's Apollo 13. But I loved Space Camp, man. A young Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I heard they were supposed to redo it. I heard that Disney was going to redo it, but they didn't, or they haven't yet. But I did hear it's on, and I was like, dude, that sounds awesome. Like to redo that movie.
Like the trend of redoing movies, it's so lazy to me. I get it if it's like a bad movie or you want to make an old TV show into a movie, because that's cool. But like just taking a movie like Footloose and then remaking it is so dumb to me. Just come up with something new. I mean,
I agree. I agree. You could redo Footloose and call it something else and change the plot slightly.
Do what they do with Shakespeare. Like change it up. Make Footloose be in space or something like that. And everybody's like, this is Footloose, but it's kind of cool. Do something like that.
Yeah, I understand. But I also see it from the sense that like my kids. I don't think my kids are ever going to sit down and watch the old 80s Space Camp. Because it's dated, it's old, the special effects are dated. But you take that and you apply it to now with today's actors and better camera work and better special effects. And I do think that same plot, could be phenomenal. And then you take the cast, I think it was Matthew Modine, I think, was in Space Camp. And like I said, Joaquin Phoenix and others. And then you have them where they're like the instructors at the space camp, kind of little cameos and stuff. I do think they could do something good. I don't see remaking every old movie that like if they redid Rocky, and started Rocky.
No.
Yeah, not at all. Like those are timeless.
Die Hard.
But a movie like Die Hard, a movie though that's you're not going to redo. But a movie like Space Camp that never really hit big, to redo something smaller like that could hit big as a remake, I would say why not? Like if your first attempt was a C, why not 30, 40 years later redo it and see if you can get a B or an A on it?
But people are redoing good movies, like The Karate Kid. The Karate Kid with Jackie Chan, it's good, but like just make a new movie.
Yeah. No, I do get that.
Or do it like everybody does with Shakespeare. Make it that, but something else.
The Ip Man on Netflix.
No,
do you have
heard
Netflix?
Awesome. I do.
You got to watch Ip Man. They're IP Man. And it's the dude who plays the blind guy in Rogue One.
Okay.
Chirrut Imwe. That guy who plays him is in the Ip Man movies, and they are fantastic, like karate, like kung fu, whatever you want to call it, movies. Fantastic. You're gonna love them.
Okay.
But we digress. So with the Brave Saint Saturn, so you started writing, you named the band Astronaut, and then you started getting this whole feel, because when I listened to, and to be honest with you, the first Brave Saint Saturn album is my favorite musical art that you've ever done. Like, to me,
you're on drugs.
I think it's better than all your 5 Iron stuff. I like it better. I like it better than Roper. That first Brave Saint with Estrella, Daylight.
Oh, that's the second one. Okay, that one is better.
Oh, that's the second one?
That's the second one. That one is better. The first one, because I thought you were talking about the first one. It's called So Far From Home. It's not good.
No, the one with I thought that one was your first one. I thought that was the first Brave Saint.
Yeah, no, that one's way better. The first one was just like I was doing this stuff and then kind of just as like an outlet for emotional stuff and for me being able to write. And then my fiance at the time broke up with me, who most of the first 2 albums are about. She broke up with me, like she was, I've talked about it before, she was an exchange student in Mexico, and it was hard to talk to her because it was Mexico. Phone system didn't work very well, and we were on tour. She was down there, and like it had been like 2 weeks since I had talked to her. Finally got a hold of her, and she just seemed off. And I was like, "Hey, are you okay? It seems like something's up." Meanwhile, like she had tried on wedding dresses, all this stuff. Like we're planning out venues, trying to pick out cakes and like hors d'oeuvres and stuff for your wedding. And she just goes, "I don't want to get married." And phone lines crackly and stuff. And I'm like, "What? Do you mean like now or ever?" It just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was not expecting it. And so she's just like, "I think ever." Oh. And then the phone cut out.
Oh.
So I'm like losing it. We're playing this show in somewhere in the middle of Kansas.
Exactly. It's always somewhere.
Yeah.
It's always somewhere in Kansas, somewhere in Nebraska, that you just get the most earth-shattering.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It was like Salina, Kansas. We were playing with Switchfoot and the Smiley Kids. We were out with them at beginning of the tour. Like we had just left Colorado, maybe played Kansas City, and then this show, or this was the first show after we left. And Frank was out with us, Frank Tate. And I was just this emotional wreck, just bawling, crying, like, I don't understand, trying to call her. what is happening? And Frank's like, hey, man, I told him, he's like, is there anything I can do? And I was trying to make Frank feel better. So I was just like, hey, yeah, you could just put out my Brave Saint Saturn album. And he's like, yeah, anything, buddy. And I was like, and you're
like,
gonna
and give me 80,000 in
no,
advance.
I should have. But I was like, and you're gonna have to rap on it. So I'm saying these things because I'm like a wreck, but I don't want Frank to be all like, man, let me help you. How can I? So I'm like, well, how about this? So all of a sudden I was doing an album, and I had maybe like 4 songs done. So I had to spend the next, like, we got home and I was freaking miserable. I had rented an apartment 4 blocks from Christy's house. Rented it when we were planning our wedding because I'm like, hey, I know it's going to be hard for you to get married. She was like homeschooled. So I'm like, I don't want you to be that far from your parents. Here's this apartment complex I found really close. I furnished it. And then I was like living in it, just being like, what happened? Like, writing music every day for like 2 months. And it was the most depressing thing. And so like all of that just came to a head. I was just like, space as a metaphor for like loneliness and depression and abandonment just came out. And so by the second album, which is your favorite, which is also I think my favorite of those, same thing. And I was still just hurting from that. In fact, I remember I had told, I think Tyson, who worked he runs Tooth and Nail still, but he worked for Frank, and then he went to Tooth and Nail, and he's like, hey, man, you should do another Brave Saint Saturn album for Tooth and Nail, put it out. And then so I agreed to it, and we were in the studio for a 5-iron album. So then I just told Saki, I was like, hey, I'm just going to hang out here. I don't have anything to go back home to. I'll make this album. I am going to finish this 5-iron album that I'm obligated to do. And I have this Brave Saint Saturn album, which I told my friend Tyson I'd do. And then I was like, and then I'm going to kill myself.
You're an idiot.
Dude, I was so fucking depressed. And so I like in my head thought this through. I was like, you know what? It'll help 5-iron. Those guys will sell 1 million albums. It'll be better for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be so much better for them.
Right. So I obviously did not.
Good.
While I was making Brave Saint Saturn, I met another girl, and she's a wonderful friend of mine still, Stacy Kelly. But she kind of brought me out of that, and so I didn't. But I wrote a super couple of depressing albums.
Yeah, that Brave Saint, the second one. So I apologize. I thought that was the first one.
Yeah.
That second one, that is the, like, Daylight, Estrella. Those are the two that come into my mind right away. I think Daylight is the best song you've ever written. Like, Brand New Day or Every New Day. Like, that's my favorite 5-iron song. But Daylight is my favorite Brave Saint, and then that's above Every New Day. That's above, that's to me, that's just, it's me and my kid. I've honest to God, I'm not blowing smoke up your skirt. I have listened to that song multiple times in my life at different ages in my life, at different things that I've been going through in my life, and that song brings me to tears almost every single time. Just an amazing, like, if you're driving and you just got no one in the car with you and you're just screaming those lyrics and stuff like that, so cathartic. Such an amazing song. That's a really good song.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Also, next time you listen to it, just think that when I was screaming it, I was like, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to kill myself.
horrible. That's horrible.
know.
I had for those that listen to my other podcast, The Average Jerks, our last episode that just came out on that, I talked about not the same thing. I've never gone to that point where I thought I was going to harm myself at all, like zero, never gone there. But I've definitely, between my second divorce, after my second divorce, moving out, I have definitely felt the sting of depression, of loneliness, of all that stuff on the regular. And so I've had to reach out to people. I've had to really do things in my life where I try not to be alone, because obviously that's when it just sets in and it sucks and you just sit there and you think about that stuff. So friends in my life that really helped me out, the people that I podcast with, Dre, Leany, close friends of mine, Jessica, Ryan, you, there's a bunch of people in my life that, I reach out to, that I chit chat with, and I make sure that I'm talking with and doing stuff with. My sister, my mom, my niece, my kids. I really have to stay. Like, I just bought golf clubs. The last time I golfed was 20 years ago, and I hated it. Like, I played for like 3 years and I hated it and I quit.
Yeah.
Sold my clubs. Well, here I am 2 years later, and I'm older. I'm in my 40s now, and all my friends golf. So over the last couple of weeks, people are like, hey, come on out golfing with us. Just get away, get out on the course. Well, I'm a lefty, so nobody has lefty clubs that I can use.
So you had to buy?
So just this last weekend, I had to go buy some clubs and all that stuff just so I can get out, get away, do stuff with people when they're all doing that. So I've really had to make that conscious effort to keep my mind busy, or else it goes to I don't want to say dark places, but it just goes to you're just walking around, you just feel like you have that rain cloud above your head. You could hear the funniest joke in the world and it's just not funny, or it's funny on the inside, but it just takes all the effort. It takes all the effort to laugh.
Yeah, I know. I kind of hinted this because it's not official, but I'm also going through separation and divorce. And we talk about this, it's depressing.
Yeah.
But I want to say two things, and then I got to go sing songs with my kids and get them in bed, and then I'll come back. But
well, when you do that, we can bring this to an end, because we're almost at an hour for the freebies.
So first of all, if anybody is that depressed where you feel like the answer, the better choice is suicide, that you're going to kill yourself, just hit me up. Just email me, reese.roper@aol.com, and let's just talk. I know that I've felt that way before as an adult. When you're a kid, I think teenagers get that way a lot because they don't have anything to hold it up to. But I felt that way as an adult, when that went down with Christy, and just didn't feel like it felt to me like it was the best thing to do. And I want to tell you, it's not. Unless you're dying of some terminal illness, it's not. And, maybe that's a different show, because I do believe that we should make space in our world to help people die with dignity, and to not die of terrible brain cancer pain or something like that. But you as a healthy adult, there's still so much to live for. And I feel like suicide is usually just a very selfish choice. It's very much just about you.
Right.
And it helps to get into a better space to go help people. So there's thousands, millions of ways you can help people. You can go to this Salvation Army, go volunteer at a soup kitchen, go downtown, find people, pack lunches for them, give them to them. Like, go next door, ask somebody if they need help, because it kind of resets your brain just to go be with people that need your help. And you feel like you don't have any value, and you feel like, like that you're suffering so much. I think just to get out of that, just to go help somebody, makes all the difference. It resets things, and it doesn't make your pain any less, but it also gives you some perspective on it, because there are billions of people on this planet that are suffering more than you ever have. Not to diminish your pain, but all of us have pain and all of us suffer. And so it is, I just think, like, to me, the best part of the gospel is joining Christ in his suffering. So to me, that means taking the suffering of someone else onto myself.
Sure.
And when I do that, I forget about all the hurt that I have, and like all the, which may be justified. It's not fair. It's not cool, and it sucks to have all that pain. But like, as soon as you stop thinking about that and you start thinking about someone else's pain and what you can do to fix that and what you can do to help them, or just be with them, or just listen to them, just suffer with them, you forget that. And it is somewhat miraculous. It does make you feel better. So I would say just that, and reach out to me. I don't want to say that it's, this is what I hate about Christianity, is especially evangelical Protestant Christianity. There's no space for being depressed and no space for sadness. Everything is just this fake kind of happiness all the time and this kind of pep rally for Jesus. And life is not really like that.
Correct.
There needs to be space to be sad. And there needs to be a way for you to express your depression and hear that reflected back to you. And that's kind of what I was trying to do with Brave St. Saturn, was make that, kind of normalize that, and make sure that people knew that they weren't alone.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my, I know we've talked about it on here before, but that was my Sinner songbook. My Sinner songbook was written right after my divorce. And that's what that was for me, was all those emotions, all that, that lead song that you sing on the Sinner songbook. And again, I'm not going to rehash what we've talked about on other episodes, but that's exactly it, is, just, we're all singing from the same Sinner songbook. We're all singing the same hymns. We're all sitting next to people in church that are going through the exact same stuff, if not worse than us. Nobody's happy every single day of the week. Everybody has their doubts. Everybody doubts themselves. Everybody, all that stuff. So you guys, you've heard it. Sometimes we talk funny. Sometimes we get serious on this show. And, if that's you out there, if you've been struggling, I know one of the people that helped me, that it was kind of funny. One of our listeners, Jessica DeLong, she was one of the people that I had posted something. I forget what I posted, but I posted something on Instagram. I posted a picture, and then I put like a little snarky comment, and within 3 minutes, Jess DeLong had DM'd me, and she saw right through it. And she's like, hey, I've felt this way in the past. Like, what? I think her first thing was like, what's going on? Are you okay? And here's someone I've never talked to in my life. She's a listener. I believe she's a friend of yours. I've never talked to her in my life. And she cut right to the quick. What's going on? And I was like, nothing. Why? You always say that first.
Yeah.
Nothing. Why? And she's like, because this post and what you said is exactly what I do when I'm throwing up a white flag, when I'm throwing up a Hail Mary because I need some help or something like that. She's like, I can totally see through this crap because this is what I do. And boom, I just like let it out. So this girl who I've never met in my life I was able to talk to. She gave me some wonderful advice, some great stuff to kind of help, and kind of got me through that night. And it was funny because that was a night that I had reached out to all my friends. I had reached out to my Jessica, not DeLong, but my Jessica on this end, to my buddy Dre, to Kathleen, to friends in my area, and everybody was busy or everybody was doing something, and I needed somebody, and Jess DeLong saw through all that crap because she had experienced it. So you guys, if you are going through something, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the one to ask for help. If you want to get a hold of Reese and he can go through the stuff with you, because I'll tell you this right now, I'm kind of, I kind of have my days where I have the dark cloud over my head. So I'm probably not the good one to talk to, because I probably need to be talking to somebody. So don't, by all means, I'll take support, but I'm probably not here to help you. So if you understand the distinction between those two, I need the support. I'm not here for support. But by all means, you guys, get a hold of somebody, get a hold of Reese, get a hold of a therapist, a pastor, somebody, if you are experiencing that. I know this show is taking a little bit more serious tone. The next episode, Pickle and Boot, episode 22, we will answer. We have questions from let's see, Robbie Knocker, Daniel Lee, Jimmy McWanling, Brandon Jones, Maya Richardson, Jacob McCormick, David Robledo. We have questions from all sorts of people that we will do on the next show that we will get to. And then following this one, the bonus stuff will be stuff from that we tried to recreate and then went in a different direction from trying to recreate our lost episodes. So you guys, this is the end of the Pickle and Boot Shop episode 21. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at Pickle and Boot Shop Podcast or Pickle and Boot Shop. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. And I'm going to be honest with you, we really don't keep up with our Facebook as much as we should. Pretty much the Facebook, the page that trumps us is the Pickle and Boot Diabolical Discussion page. If you want to join that, they have all sorts of funny things going on in there. They have discussions about what we talk about on here, and then I go on there, check that out. That's where I get a lot of these questions, answer questions, stuff like that. If you want to become a Patreon member, Reese will tell you how to do that. We're going to have a Zoom call on what would it be? The first weekend of August? Is next weekend going to be the August 1st?
I think it is.
Yeah, so I think August 1st, we're doing a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting with Patreon members. So if you want to hurry up and get in and get your Patreon subscription so you can get in and get the codes and everything like that to get into that meeting and hang out with us on a Friday night or a Thursday night for an hour or so, that'd be great. But I'm going to say goodbye to you guys and let Reese give you all the rest of that information as far as Patreon and other things, and he'll take us out.
I think the Patreon is, you can just click on it. It's in the text or whatever the group of text is on this podcast, or just go to Patreon and type in Pickle and Boot Shop. You can find us on Twitter at PBBootshop or at PickleBootPod, who is our intern. You can email us at pickleandbootshop@gmail.com. And I don't know what else except peace.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah.
For more shows like this one, visit rockcandyrecordings.com.